Let's start. Hello everyone. It's Alamgir Hossain, MEL Coordinator, App Associate, and Admin of Digital MEL Hub. It's my great pleasure that all the emerging MEL professionals from national and international level have joined today. Thanks everyone to keep with us. All of you are requested to unmute yourself all the time. And please turn off your video as well during the session. I'm so grateful that all of you are speaking fast with Digital Mill Hub. Digital Mill Hub is a virtual open learning platform for solely M&E professionals with the vision of connecting all the M&E professionals worldwide under one umbrella so that you can share our knowledge, experience, documents, opinion, ideas, etc. here. Feel free to ask any your query here as more than 1,500 registered members from 110 countries are already connected today. Please be sure that we are maintaining our strict group rules that all should be relevant to MED. So connect with us via 3 social media platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn to afford your knowledge and skill. I believe connection is most important for career growth. We arrange monthly webinar on important topics. I'm so grateful that all speakers facilitate here without any cost. Great thanks for their support and keeping with us. Today, we are going to organize our 9th webinar on online data collection tools. It's a great pleasure for us because we have Mr. Alamgir Patwari as a speaker. All of you know he is a very experienced and certified person in the GIS and MIS field of Bangladesh. It's a great moment for us. Mr. S.S. Hindul is present with us as a guest speaker. Both two persons here today are so extensive guidance person in GIS and MIS field, especially online data collection. They are the knowledge store of GIS, MIS, MEL, and so on. Now, it's time to hear from our guest speaker, Mr. Hindul Bab, individual consultant in different prominent organizations. Primarily, he conducted webinar on GIS by this platform during UNDP staff. He is very much expert in monitoring, regulation, learning, and reporting system focusing on GIS and MEL USA funded projects. I'm requesting Hindul Bhai to share his valuable experience regarding online data collection. Over to you, Hindul Bhai. Hindul Bhai, please.
Yeah, thank you, Alamgir. Thank you all to joining these sessions. And these sessions is a very important sessions who we are actually the working in the M&E field. Online data collections, these are the very important things because we are actually the M&E people living with the data. So instead of the paper-based or manual data collections, online data collections is a very important for ensuring the data quality is capturing the like the GPS and others identity informations. And also online data collection help us to ensure the data protections and other issues. So there are the different platforms and systems have for the online data collections. Kobo ODK based is the very strong one of them, and now ODK language support many servers and many providers like the Kobo, ONA, and Survey CTOs and others. And so I know the Alamgir Patwari around the 10 years more. He is the very experienced in these fields about the data management, database handling, and big data handling. Yeah. So I think he will give us the very good insights data collections, and I am pleasure to say something as a guest speaker prior Alamgir Vice. So I think all of you enjoy his sessions. Thank you, Alamgir and Alamgir both by.
Thanks, Hindal Bhai, for giving your valuable time to enrich our knowledge, and your guideline will give a highlight to our way. Honorable MD Professional. Now, the comments to start our today's session on online data collection tools with our resource speaker, Mr. Alamgir Hossain Patwari. Already, all of you know about him through recently my video content advertised another communication channel. Now, right now he is working MIS and GIS coordinator for last more than 6 years here in Bangladesh. Before leaving, I request again all of you, please remain unmute during session, and you will get open discussion feedback at the end of the session for 20 minutes. So keep question, suggestion at your mind. I am requesting to Alamgir Bhai to start today's session. Over to you, Alamgir Bhai. Please start your session.
Thank you, Alamgir Bhai. Thank you, Hindal Bhai. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. So I'm Alamgir here. I am very pleased to meet all of you within this forum. So today, basically, we'll discuss about our online data collection platform. As you know, in our MEL area, we collect different types of data using different types of tools. So I am not that much expert, but today's session, basically, we try to organize in such a way so that we can help each other to discover more about the tools and techniques, how we can design the forms and other things. Let us start with a small presentation now. We have a different topics we'd like to cover over the time. Let me share my screen. Can you hear me clearly? Alamgir Bhai, if you can confirm.
Yes. We are here.
Okay, thank you. So basically what we will do today, we will prepare one simple different platforms, and we will try to identify how we can design that one and how we can collect data and how we can export the data in such a way so that we can analyze that data for our on. So these are our topics for today. So we'll just go through our different platform. What are the platforms we are using right at this moment? And we will discuss about the different useful option, which is required for designing the tools. And basically what we will do, we will design these tools using Excel platform because useful for to upload these tools into the different platform. If you use Coco Toolbox or ONA or ODK, even Service CTO, this same design you can use for different platforms. So we will use this Excel platform to design the tools. And after designing the tools, we will see how we can upload this form to server. So after uploading the server, we will try to connect that tools into our offline apps. So we'll go through our offline apps and we'll see how we can connect that apps tools into offline apps. And after completion of that, we will see how we can export data for our on-air action. And after that, we will discuss some form design in web application. We'll try to use Coco Toolbox to cover a few areas, how we can design. If we are not able to design into the Excel platform, how we can design in the web application. So after that, there is an interactive session among us. So that session basically will try to identify the question answer for specific questions answer among our participants. Say for example, I have a question, I will throw that question to the participant. If any participant have that better question, they can raise. So we are trying to have that such type of interactive discussion after the session. So before starting the design part, I would like to draw your attention about the data collection software and apps. So we are having different types of data collection software. If we forget about the apps, we collect different types of data using desktop or web application as well. So that is also a data collection software. So nowadays, what we do, we use data using our different types of apps, using our handheld devices, smartphone or tablet. So that is also another mechanism for data collection. So this is the two way how we can collect the data. Know that the benefits of paperless data collection. So if we use paper to collect the information, but basically it takes more time to compilation and for analysis and reporting purpose. So if we go for paperless data collection, it eliminates that burden. And main advantage of data collection apps is basically gathering data offline. So if we use Android devices or iOS devices to collect the data, that is not required any network connectivity. So this is another advantage for having this kind of data collection mechanism. Sorry. Also, what we can do during our tools design, we can use different constant and relevance option to maintain our data quality during the data collection process as well. And most of us we know about the data collection apps. What are the apps right at this moment we are using at the global level? So if we see this screen that I have mentioned few of them, Open Data Kit, we know that one, WANA, Kobo Toolbox, Service CTO, MACB, and RedCap. So this is the widely used data collection apps for collecting the offline data using the different handheld devices. So in this step, basically, I want to discuss about the process, how we can move forward with the data collection, tools design, data collection process, and how we can visualize this one. We know that before going to design this form into an electronic version, we design in the paper format. So based on our requirement, we design the tools into the paper format, and we basically there is several back and forth to finalize the paper format of the questionnaire. After having the final version of the questionnaire, we move forward for the designing the electronic version of the forms. So in the second step, we design that one. After designing that electronic forms, we share that forms to the respective user who will involve to this process to collect the data from the ground level. So we share the forms, and we involve the several users to collect the data from the ground level. We collect that data using a smartphone or tablets. So that is that's not at all about data collection. After having the data collection at the using the devices, we have to gather that captured data into our server, so that we can analyze that data and we can visualize that information, and we can share that information based on our analysis. So this is the overall process we are maintaining throughout the process for data collection and up to the visualization and sharing the information part. So what are the environment we are using throughout this process? So whenever we start designing into the electronic version of the form, so there are two options. One is online system and another is XLS form. Earlier I mentioned that we'll design the tools using the XLS form, and this is the option 2. And also we'll see how we can design the tools into the online version. So option 2 we'll see after completion of the design the XLS form tools. So after designing the tools, what we do, we collect the information and sync the data to the central server so that we can aggregate that information and we can analyze the data and we can visualize and share that information to the other audience. This is the environment we are following. So this you can see there is a screen, Excel file screen. So this is the form, sample form, XLS form. So this is the format. You can see this is the format what we use to design to make this paper format to format. So this is the overview of the XLS form. So in our XLS format, there are three tabs we are using. One is survey, one is choice, and another one is settings. So you can see at the right side corner, there is an image, and there is three tabs in the Excel sheet: survey, choices, and settings. What are the survey tabs? So under the survey tab, what we are maintaining, whatever questionnaire question we are going to design, all question we put into in the survey tab. That means this is the tab where we will define all our question and different types of question along with the different types of data type. So this is the main part of our survey tools design. In the second tab, you can see there are a choices sheet. So what is the choices sheet? So during our design, tools design, we most of the time we use different types of option for the user. Like we use gender, male, female, or relationship with the household. So that is we call choice sheets. So whenever we will define this type of choices, we will define the choices under the choice sheet, and it will link with our survey question, which is under survey sheet. So this is the choice sheet, and under the settings part, we'll see later on what are the component over there. Under the settings part, what we do, we just define one form title, that is the basically our tools name, and unique number for that tools, and this is the second option, and version number. So these three information we maintain under this settings part. So we need to keep in mind that choices, you can see all are small letter: survey, choices, and settings. So we cannot make this survey starting as a capital letter, like survey as capital letter S and choices as capital letter C. We cannot start that one. So if we do something like that, whenever you will upload this form to the online platform for sharing, it will give you an error. So we this is the this syntax must be keep in mind during our survey tools design into the Excel form. So there are already we discussed about the survey tab. So under the survey tab, we are having three columns, which is mandatory. We should provide this information very carefully. So one is type. This type is nothing but a type of the question. Like sometimes we capture the participant name. We know about the data type. Like if we want to capture the participant name, that means it will be open field, text field. So if we want to capture the number of household in the household member under a specific household, that means we are going to capture the text field. So this is a type of question or type of attribute or type of variables. So we will define that types under this type column. Second one is name. So for each and every question, we should provide the name for that specific question. Not only for question, for each variable we'll have to provide the a name. So we have to keep in mind that for each and every variable we should provide the unique name for that specific variables. So it cannot be the same for different variables. So we have to keep in mind that one. Another one is level. A level is nothing but a text which will appear for the front-end user. Like whenever we design the tools, this is basically our question. So we under the level part, we will define our question. So what we are seeing that under the survey tab, there are 3 columns that is mandatory. Just keep in mind that this 3 column is mandatory. And also there are a choice sheet. There is list name, value, and level. List name is nothing but a name of the reference name of the level. So for example, you can say there is I have defined the list name gender. That means we are defining choices for gender. And value field, you can say I have defined 1 and 2. That means 1 for male and 2 for female. Already we know about that one. So yeah, you can use text field as well, but for our analysis, basically we use numeric field. That's the reason I have put it here, the numeric field. So under the level, you can define the level, whatever level you want to see. Say for if you can see the relation, I have defined self, spouse, father and mother, brother, sister, etc. So this is the choice sheet where you will have to define all those things in such a way so that we cannot have any error during the upload. So these 3 columns are mandatory under the choice sheet. And also, if you use settings tab, there is also a 3 column which is mandatory from title, from ID, and version. Already I discussed about this one. From title is nothing but your tools name, and it will appear for the front end user who will use these tools. And from ID is a unique identification number from these tools. And version number, you can provide the version number here. Because say for example, this month we are using one tools, and after 6 months we can use the same tools but with some few modification. That will be a different version comparing to the current version. So you can use the version number under this column. Now, there are a few basic question type or answer input what I would like to describe here. So we know all those things, but just for us and just for clear idea about this one, what it is. So if you want to collect information, something like integer type, as I mentioned earlier, that number of household at your household member at your household, that is basically type integer. So this that question type will be integer. So if you want to use you capture some income related information, in that case we basically use decimal type. So this is the decimal. If for open-ended text, we use data type text. And select one. Already we discussed choice sheet, and you already you have seen that there was a gender male and if we use select one, and if we want to select that gender for the choice sheet, that's if this select one will provide us provide the user to select single option from that response. We will provide the choices for the user, and if we use the select one, that means user will be able to select only single response from that choices. For the multiple selection of the choices, we will use single select multiple. This is there is 2 way of selecting the responses for choices: select one or select multiple. Another one is note. If you want to provide any note for the user for the specific question, you can use it type. And geopoint is sometimes we want to collect the GPS coordinates for this specific location. So in that case, we will use geopoint. And date field, if you use only date question type, that will provide you to facility to select the date only. If you use time, that means you will be able to select the time only. And if you use date time as a question type, it will provide you the facility to select date and time. And another one is image. If you want to capture a specific picture using your tools, you can use the image question type. And last one is calculate. So whenever you want to perform any calculation, you can use that calculate. So this is the basic question type. There are more question type. After you can see there is a link I have provided. Hopefully you will get this presentation, and through this link you will get more about the question type and answer input. So in our form design, there are few metadata we are using. Few examples are here. If you use metadata start, if type start means it will capture the start date and time of the survey. Sometimes it is required for me, for us, to know when the service has been started and when it has been ended. So if you use end, that means end date and time of the survey, you will have that information. If you want to capture the day of the survey, you can use today. And device ID, if you want to capture the IME number of the devices through which user is collecting this information or data, you can use device ID. Subscriber ID is International Mobile Subscriber Identity ID. So you can use that one as well. SIM serial number, if you want to capture the SIM serial number, just SIM serial data type you can use. And if you want to capture the phone number metadata type you can use. Now, we will discuss about the few column under the Excel format, which we are going to use to design the tools. Already we have discussed about this one hinge, and basically this hinge, if already I have mentioned that if you want to provide any messages to the hinge here, you can see in our screen right at this moment, one hint is that if no, skip to next question. That means sometimes we want to provide the information to the user that if this question if the response for this question is no, skip this question, next question, go to the another question, something like that. This is the one example. So there are during design I will show you the more about the hinge. So I have used that one. So this is the one example of the hinge. Constraint and constant message. So so if you want to use if you want to protect something like this, so how many household member under your household? So we can guess that household, if we consider the household member, there might have one member and there might have the 10 or 20 members. So you can make this constraint in such a way that whenever user will update that information, that if you mention constraint, the system will provide the message like your household member information should not be less than 0 or greater than 20, something like that. So this is the constant and constant message. You will define the constraint or the constraint you want to see, you want to provide, and what are the messages you want to provide to the user if this doesn't match your constraint here. And this is the relevance. We know about the skip rule. So sometimes we skip the question based on the previous response of the previous question. So this is the relevance column, and basically provide us the facility. Under the relevance column, you can define if previous question response is equal to 1 or 2, then skip this one, or if it is like 0, skip this one, something like that. We will see how we can define this relevant part and how it is interrelated with the previous question. So this is the basic idea about the relevance. And this is the calculation. Say for example, you want to sum of the income or sum of the particular value. So you can use this column to calculate that one. Also, you can in our example, you can see under the calculation column, we are counting something like previous under the previous question, we are taking the type of crops. So we are counting the type of crops here, how many crops they have selected. So this type of calculation we can do here. Even if you want to some of the household members' income. Say we are collecting household member information and a rostering a repeated question, and you want to see the what are the household member income, total household income based on the members' income. So you can do that calculation as well. And this is the required and required message. We know about this one. So whenever we design any tools, we provide the information something like that. This question is required to this response for this question should be answered by the respondent. So in that case, we have to mention that this question is required. Whenever we will mention that this question is required, that means user cannot save or move forward without providing that information. So if user try to move with without providing this information, if you want to provide any message, you can put that message under the required messages. So that means whenever user will skip this question without updating that information, user will see that messages whatever you want to provide. Grouping and nesting question. So sometimes what we do, we just create one group. Say, for example, household member. So for household member, we are planning to collect 3 or 4 information like household member name, DOB, gender, occupation, something like that. You can group such all the question into the specific group. So what is the benefit of that group? So in our next slide, I can show you. If you create a group for that one, so you can skip that group based on previous response. Sometimes it is required for us to skip multiple question based on one response. So what we will do, we will define the group, and based on that, we'll set the relevance, and we will skip that one. I will show you in our design part how we can do that one. Repeat option. So many times I am talking about the household member data collection. Basically, that is our repeat question during our household data and collection. Household data collection from tools, we want to collect the member information as well. So what we do, we prepare the tools in such a way that we can collect the household information along with the household member information. Whenever we want to collect the household member information, same question we want to repeat for the each and every member. So this is the repeat option. That means this type of 4 or 5 question will repeat for each and every member. So this is the repeat option. So how we can do? You can see one example is here. We are having a repeat count column, and under the repeat count column, you can see $sign within the second bracket. I mentioned that members. What is that members? If you see the row number 11, there is a question: how many people live in this household, including you? Name is members. So within the bracket, this is this name is belongs to that one. That means whenever user will update that yes, under my household there are 4 members, that means this question will repeat 4 times to collect this information. So this is the repeat option. We'll see more into the design part. Now this is the practical section. Basically, it is not like the practical section due to our shortage of time, as we will have to cover all those things within 1.5 hour. So already I have designed that one. So I will go through that design part, and I will discuss each and everything, how it has been designed. Before going to that design, I will show the tools first, because that is our starting point. As I mentioned earlier, that we design the tools into a paper format, then we convert it into a digital format. Let me show you the these tools first. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sorry. Yes. Yes,
Okay,
this is good.
thank you. So I have tried, yes, I have tried to design in one simple form to cover most of the basic data type so that we can learn how to design the form. And you can see only 5 question is here. At the beginning, I have trying to caption date, and this is the geographical area location. And under the area, you can say district, tier, GBS, and village. This is basically if there is any participant who is based in Malawi, they can understand that they are maintaining this area location, district, tier, GBS, and village. So you can define in your own way this one. So this is the consent note. During our data collection, basically we try to maintain this one consent, because we'll have to take consent from the participant before conducting any survey. So this is the content note, and there this is the permission. If they permit to move forward with the interview, then we can move, otherwise we will stop that one. And if we continue this interview, we will collect this basic information, household basic information. And after that, we will collect this member information. This is the repeat question for household member. We'll see how we have designed that one. And you can see there is a one question relationship to household age, marital status, primary occupation, all coded here. So we'll see how we have handled this one into our tools, and how we can do that one. And another one is what type of asset household have. This is multiple select. So that I have defined this one. And next 3.1 and 3.2, basically we will capture this information based on response for the, from the previous question. That means if you select the cow or poultry, for cow and poultry, we will collect this two information. Okay. And number 4 question is we'll try to collect the GPS location, and through the number 5 question, we'll try to capture one images. This is the sample tools, and let us discuss into the XLS format how we can design that one. Basically, I have already completed that one for you guys. I will share both of the documents for your reference, so that you can move with these 2 tools, and it will I think it will help you during your form design and on action. Can you see my Excel format?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the 3 question. If you consider this 3 question, you can see this is the already I have discussed about the metadata. So I am planning to capture this information along with each and every data collection. So I have defined that one. So this is the type, name, and level, and in column. This is the, already I have discussed most of that column level information. So this is the metadata I am going to collect along with the other information. So this is the 3 information: enumerator name, organization, and data collection date. And you can see I have for enumerator name and organization, I have mentioned here this type will be text. That means it is open-ended text. Okay. So, and data collection date I have defined as type is date, because I want to collect the date only. And already I have discussed the note. This is the type note, and name note underscore 1, because I have used another note within this tools in the below section. That's why I have wrote it here note underscore 1. As I mentioned, that name should be unique for each and every variables or question. So you can see, if I go to the tools, my name is, this is blank, and I work for, this will be organization name. So I have designed this tools here in this way. Maybe you might have a question on this, what is A, and you might have a question on this, what is B. This A means whenever user will update that inverter name, that means username, that name will appear here. This is the reference of this question name. You can see this is A. So whenever you will refer any question name under a specific section within these tools, you will have to use this syntax under a $ within second bracket, that question name. And B, if you consider this B, that means organization name. That means it will form this hint something like this. Say for example, if I provide the inverter name Alamgir and organization care, that means this note will be prepared in this way. My name is Alamgir and I work for care, who is currently working with Tituglana project funded by BHF, something like that. Okay. So in this way, you can prepare your note for the user. And in our consent note, I have one question. Could you please spare some time for the interview? Continue interview or stop interview? So this is the question. You can see name, consent, YN, and this is the type, select one. I am using select one, and this is the consent. Now, question, what is consent? Where it is? So before moving forward with these tools, I think it is better to have an idea about the choice sheets, because we have used different types of choices here. I want to move with the choice sheet first, then I will come back here. So this is the choice sheet I have designed. You can see this is the list name, this is the consent, because this all label belongs to consent, and this is the value 1 and 2. And this is the gender, this is the district, this is the tier list, and you can see this column. If you can see this column, this 304, that means this is the district code. And if we refer to the district code, you can see this is the Jomba district. That means in this way, what we are doing, we are linking this TS with this district. That means if you want to link a specific TA or a specific upojela for under the specific district, you have to define in this way. So same for our GBS as well. If you can see, this is a 304, 301. That means 304, 301 is Chikoid TA. So in this way, you can link with the specific GBH. And same for village. This is linked with the GBH. So if you want to link any specific choices for filtering purpose, we have to define in this way. So this is the basic idea. And you can see we have also already defined the relation in the choice sheet, marital status in the choice sheet, occupation under the choice sheet, asset under the choice sheet. If you want to remove or add any choices here, you can add or you can remove under the choice sheet. So before designing, basically what I do whenever I try to design any tools in this way, I just try to define all the choices first before moving with the survey section. But it helps me a lot during the design of the question. After completion of the choice sheet, what I do, I start designing the question. How it helps us? Say for example, this consent, as I mentioned that already consent is defined there. Select one. This is the type of the question, and this consent will come from choice sheet. This information will available for this question, response question. So you can see I have started with begin group. Why I have done this one? Because if the if any respondent responds something in this way, that he is not available or he is not able to respond our interview at this moment, it is not required to complete all the tasks. We need to skip all question. That's the reason I started with the begin group, and this is the end group. I have used different colors so that I can understand for each begin and end group, and how I am skipping this question based on previous response. Let me show you. So already we have discussed about the relevance. You can see constant yn. I think you can understand that this constant yn is the name of the previous question. So I am referring this question, and this is the response below. If equal to 1, that means if it is yes, then system will move forward for collecting the information. If it is no, system will skip this one. In this way, you can skip a full bunch of questions. Say for example, our respondent response was yes, he is able to respond our question and he has the time to talk with us. So what we'll do, we'll start collecting information. At the beginning, we are collecting that basic information, district, TH, GBS, and BLS. Already we know how to use this one. This is the select one. District, it is coming from choice sheet. TA, it is coming from choice sheet. So this 4 is coming from choice sheet. So only another information I would like to share here, how it is linked with the district, TA, GBH, and village. This is there is another column, choice filter. You can see district equal to question 1_1_1. This is the question name. That means if we move into the upper question, this is the district. That means based on user selection on that question, it will filter the TA. So in this way, you can use the filtering option, choice based on a choice filter. So this is another option to filter the response. And there is another area. If we go to our questionnaire, so this is our basic information we are going to collect. So this is the basic information: household head, father or husband name, mother's name, well-being category, average monthly income. If we want to see the data type, you can see for the first 4 question I have defined as a text. It will be opened in the text field so that user can write. And second one is decimal. So user will not be able to write any text for this question. They should provide the decimal number for this case. And for this question, you can see I have used constraint. Already we discussed about the constraint. I have used constraint something like this, greater than 0, less than equal to 10,000. That means whenever user will try to update this information, average monthly income, it will not be greater than 10,000. It should be between 0 and 10,000. So already, and I am trying to provide one message to the user: income should be between 0 and 10,000. So in this way, you can provide the constant and constant message for the specific question. And this is the end group for the general section, household basic information. You can see this is the household basic information. I've defined this group as a general information. And after that, I have added one question here for collecting the members information. How many people live in this household, including you? Why I have added this one? Based on this response, you can see I have started the begin repeat and end repeat. That means this section will repeat based on this response. Say for example, one responded response is something like that. They under that household we are having 2 members only. That means this set of question will be repeat 2 times, because that respondent provided that they are having only 2 members into that specific household. Okay, let me show you. All household members should not be greater than 20 and should not be less than 0. Should not be 0. So I have see how we are repeating this one. If you see into the repeat count section, and this is the member, that means this member is nothing but a name of the previous question. So that this repeat count will provide you the facility to repeat this section based on the previous question response. That means if you get 3, that means this set of question will repeat 3 times. If you get 4, this set of question will repeat 4 times. Okay. So what are the information we are going to collect? You can see household member's name, age, sex, relationship to household head, marital status, primary occupation. So this is the information we are going to collect. If you see the type of this specific question, first one is a household member name. I have defined as a open-ended text, so that user can write the name. And gender, this is type is integer, so it should not be text. Sex, it will be select one. Already we have defined into the choice section gender. So this gender selection will come from choice sheet, and user will be able to select any one. Relation also same, it will come from choice sheet, so the type will be select one. Marital status also will be select one. Occupation also will be select one. So why occupation is select one? You can see I have defined this is a primary occupation. If we define something like that, what are the occupations for that specific member belongs to? In that case, you can use select multiple. And one more thing, one more information I would like to share here. You can see this one and this one. I have basically I have added this syntax for each and every information here in this section. So what does it mean? Whenever you will collect that information, basically we are providing the member name. So in the next portion, it will ask is for that specific member. So for example, I have entered member name as an Alamgir. So in the second question, user will see that system is asking Alamgir's age. That means we are trying to provide more specific information to the user so that they can collect that information. So if you want to use something like that, you can just use syntax like this. It will provide you this facility. So this is the repeat question based on previous response. And this is the multiple select. As I mentioned that we have already used select one. This is the select multiple. And this is the what type of assets household have. These assets will come from the choice sheet. Already we have defined the different types of assets. So based on that list, user will select multiple asset here. And you can see the hint under the hint section. We have added one hint for the user. This will multiple select. And I have used calculate here because based on this calculation, I will repeat this one. Why I have done this one? Say for example, I want to collect quantity of the asset and current market value of the asset. Say for example, user have selected goat and poultry. So what is my intention? My intention is to collect the quantity of that goat and market value of that goat, and quantity of poultry and market value of the poultry. So how we can do that one? Let us see that. So that's the reason I have added this one, calculate. Based on the previous response, here asset will be counted. Let us show you how it is counting. You can see count under count selected. This is the question name. That means under the into the previous question, whatever assets user will select here, that selection will be counted. Okay, so I am counting that one. Based on this one, asset count, this is the name of the question, asset count. I am repeating this one. You can see under the repeat count, we have provided this asset count. That means if we select two assets, this information will repeat 2 times. If we select 3 items from the previous selection, it will repeat 3 times. So that what is our intention here? Basically, we want to see how we can repeat multiple question based on the response, which is multiple selected facility. So I think it will be useful for us onward whenever we will design the tools. And under this section, you can see enter name of the crop you produced. So also I have added this one, begin, repeat, and end repeat. Basically, this will I have added this one. Sometimes you can see whenever you collect the data, system provides us the facility add option. So I want to show you that was facility, how you can design that one. In terms, it will provide you the facility to select multiple response without providing any information. That means the system will ask you whether you want to add another one information or not. So simple, you can define the begin repeat, and you can say for this one, we don't have any calculation, we don't have any repeat count. That means whenever you will start with begin repeat and end, you end that repeat, system will ask you whether you want to add another information or not. I have added here calculate total assets value. So this total assets value basically will calculate from the response from this information. You can say we are collecting this current market value of the asset. I am trying to capture that total asset value for that household. Okay, so I have added the calculate type, and this is the name of the for this one, and how it is doing. You can see under the calculation column, I have added sum of question name, question underscore 3 underscore 32. That means this is the question name. That means it will sum all of the responses for me, and it will preserve here for under this name, total underscore assets underscore value. So system will calculate this one. If you want to show the user the total asset value for their reference, you can add one note, and you can see I have provided that name note underscore 2, and total value of the asset is, so I am referring this name. This name is nothing but this one. So it will provide you the facility, something like that, that after capturing that all information, system will calculate the total asset, market asset value, and it will show the total. So in this way, you can define the calculation, you can show the value of that total. And another one is geopoint. I've added this one to collect the GPS location. And last one is image. If you want to capture any image of the household level or any health facility or something like that, you can capture as well. So this is the design part of the tools. This is our tools, and this is our design part. Already we have discussed the survey, we have discussed the choice sheet, and we have discussed the settings part. So now, what next? Already we have designed the digital format. Under the next section, what we need to create an account into the different platform, either into the Kobo Toolbox or ONA or Survey CTO. We need to open a account, and we need to log into the system to upload this form so that we can share that one. So I have written the URL and login URL as well, so that it can refer you how you can register this one. In the left side, you can see the images. This is basically a register sign up image. This information you will have to provide for Kobo Toolbox. And after successfully creating the account, you will have the login user ID and password. In the second URL, using the second URL, you can easily log into the system. After login to the system, you can see number one, you will have the interface where you will have one option like new. This is the option, step one. If you click on new, you will have the step two, and there is a four option. I'm talking about the Coco toolbox. In the next section, I will talk about the one. So under the Coco toolbox, you are having build from scratch. That means if you want to design in the online version, you can use that one. Use a template. If you want to use system template, you can use that one. And you upload an XLS form, as we have designed the Excel form for the tools. We will use this one, upload an XLS form. Whenever you will click this one, it will pop up one interface. You can see the third step. You will have to provide the name which is required. For your information, this as we have mentioned this form title into the settings part, it will come automatically from that section. If you miss that part, it will be blank, but you will have to provide this information. Under the sector, it is required. System is mentioning that it is required. You can use other option is there if you don't have any option to select. And the country, it is also required. Just select it your country and create the project. After creating the project, we have to deploy that one into the fourth step. This is the step we'll have to follow to upload in this Excel format. How to connect this form using the Cobo Toolbox apps. So using the Cobo Toolbox app, if you want to connect this tools or format, you need three information. One is username and password. Another one is server URL. I will show you the settings part in my tab so that you can understand this one. So you can see for these tools I have already deployed. You can write this one, username a patwari and password is alongir773, and already form is there, tools is there. You can, whenever I will show you the configuration of the apps, you can configure in that way, and you can use this username and password to get that form. Just write down this one, username and password Alongir, and the password is Alongir at 773. So if you want to use ONA, so URL is ona.io/join. It will provide you the facility to sign up your account. After successful completion of sign up, you will have the login URL, ona.io.login. You will have to provide the login user ID and password. So after login, you will have this option, add form builder, upload dataset, share settings. So we'll use the add form to upload the XLS form. Whenever you will click that add form, it will pop up you this second image. You can choose file to upload. Just choose file from your device and upload that one. If your design is okay, it will upload successfully. Otherwise, it will provide you an error. Based on error, you will have to go through the tools, whatever you have designed, and you will have to provide the solution. So for connecting using ODK Collect, basically I use ODK Collect to connect on a form. So it is also a required username, password, and server URL. For this ODK Collect, if you have the ODK Collect, just write down this username and password. I have already deployed these tools into the ONA platform. Username is alongir_care and password is alongir773. Alongir A is capital. So preparing device. So in the next step, already what we did, we have designed the tools, we have uploaded the form into the server. Now what next? In our next step, we'll have to prepare our devices. How we can prepare that one? In the Google Play Store, if we search Cobo Toolbox, we will have the apps. If we search ODK Collect, we will have that one. Just select that one and install that apps into your devices. If you prepare Kobo Toolbox, download that one. If you prepare ODK Collect, download that one and install into your devices. And for your information, that Kobo Toolbox interface into the devices and ODK Collect interface into the devices almost similar. So there is no significant changes. So I'm going to skip this one because I want to show in this process in live using my handle devices, so that you can better understand how you can how you will be able to operate that one. Okay, let me share my mobile devices.
Alamgir bhai, are you okay?
I think we can take one or 2 minute break.
Okay.
By this time, let me connect my device.
The share is out yet.
Sorry, maybe I got disconnected, right? I'm back.
Could you share your screen?
Yes. I'm trying to connect my device. Just give me a minute.
Okay. Alamgir bhai,
Yes, I'm here.
if you don't
Okay,
connect,
no problem. I'm having trouble with connecting my device. I have alternative way. Let me show you that one. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen? Hello.
yes,
Alongre, can you
go
confirm?
ahead. Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
So under the Play Store, how we can download the apps? Let us see. So if we want to use Kobo Toolbox, just click on that. This is the Kobo Toolbox. I am going to install that one. So in your device, whether it is a smartphone or tab, you can download this one. Okay, this is done. You can see in my desktop already Kobo Toolbox is Kobo Collect is here. Just click on that. Manually enter project details. So it is asking for URL. Already I have mentioned that it is required the URL. Let me pick that URL. So as I am using the Kobo Toolbox, I will have to provide the URL. This is the URL I should use. Just follow me. I will share this URL and username. Already username and password is here. You can use that one. This is the URL and username is a Patwari and password is Alomgir at 773. Just click on add. So this is the interface you will get whenever after completion of the installation and configuration. Okay. So now how we can get the form? Click on what we need to do. We need to click on get blank form. System will connect to the server as we have uploaded the form to the server. System will connect to the server. It will list all the available forms for the user. Right at this moment, it will. So you can see digital MEL Hub training online data collection. Already we have designed that one and uploaded into the server. So at the right corner, you can see this is selected. And what I will do, you can see clear all. Clear all means it will clear the all selection. Refresh means it will refresh the list. And get selected means it will download this form for my use. Let me click on that. All downloads succeeded. That means I am having this form. So let me go through this one. You can see fill blank form. That means we are going to collect one information, particular information. Whenever this is the new interview information, and for that case, we'll use the fill blank form. Edit save from means we can collect that information and we can save that form. And onward, as a user, I can edit that information if I want to. Send for finalize form. This is the final option. If you want to finalize that form, you should use this one. Please keep in mind that whenever you will send this finalized form, whenever you use this one, you will not be able to edit that information. Before that, under this edit save form, you can do any changes or review or verification. After sending that information to the server, you can view the form, whatever information you have sent. Already get blank form. I have done this one. Delete save form. I have a blank form. If you want to delete any saved form, you can delete that one. That means I have collected information and I found that this information is not correct, and I need to delete that one. For that case, last one is applicable, delete saved form. Now what I will do, let us collect one information using fill blank form. Let us see how it looks like. This is the form tools name from whatever we have designed right now. Just click on that. Allow Kobo Collect to make and manage phone calls. Just let's see what happened. If I deny that one, that means it will not allow me to collect the form. We need to allow this one. So this was our first question in written name. Let me fill up this one. Say Alamgir Hossain. And our second question was organization. Say it is Care Bangladesh. And third question was data collection date. I will select the date, say 22nd October. And you can see this is the note. This note is for what? Before starting the interview, I will read this note for the participant who is in front of me, and who for whom we are going to collect the information. If we see the note, my name is Alamgir Hossain. I work for Care Bangladesh, who is currently working with Tituple on a project funded by BHA USA to conduct a well-being analysis. So basically, this consent note we design in such a way so that we can provide the information to the user why we are collecting this information, and this information it will not be used in another purpose. This will be used for a specific project purpose and for their benefit. So this is the note. After reading this note, I will ask consent for this one. Could you please spare some time for the interview? If your respondent is agree, then we will continue this one. Say, for example, the respondent is not able to provide any time at this moment. In that case, we will stop this interview. We will click on next, and it will come at the end. If respondent is able to move forward with us to respond our question, we will continue the interview. And this is the starting. So this is our district, say for example Jomba, and under the Jomba we are having 2 TA. This is the Chikoi. You can see it is filtering based on our choice filter. This is the GBS. Under the GBS we are having only single village. We'll have to select this village. And this is the household head name. This is the basic information I'm going to collect. So well-being category, say WBA. So I'm going to provide the sample text here. Average monthly income, say 2,500. So this is the basic information. So now, how many people live in this household, including you? So if I provide 1, that means already we have described that if you provide 1, that means this 4 or 5 question will repeat 1 times. If you provide 2, it will repeat 2 times. You can see at the top, household member information 1. If we click on 2, it will provide this information, household member information 1. And after completion of this specific household member, first one, you will have the facility to capture the second information. Say this is Alamgir, age 34. You can observe that C, under the C, this is Alamgir's sex. I have showed that you can refer any question name to have the specific text here. You can see we are taking information for Alamgir. Alamgir relationship to household head, this is self. Alamgir marital status, this is married, and this is fishing. Now you can see household member information too. Before the household member name, you can see household member information too. That means we are collecting second member information. Say for example, household member name Patwari, you can see now we are collecting age for the Patwaria. Say this is 45, male, say father, this is marriage, poultry and livestock rearing. So what we did, we have collected two members information based on previous question response. That means we have asked that how many household member belongs to your household including you. Our respondent responds us that there are two members. So for the two members, we have collected that information. So let's see another feature. So we are asking that household what types of asset household have. So that household responds something like this: they have cow and poultry. So based on this response, I am going to collect another two information. So that this is the asset information, quantity of asset. One, say market price is 200. So just take a note. This is the like assignment for you or something like that. You can see quantity of asset. We don't have any asset name. Current market value of the asset. We don't have any asset name here. So I will share the Excel file, design file. You just do modifications so that you have the asset name along with this one. Say quantity of asset for goat, current market value of asset for goat, like that. This is the assignment for you. You can do that one by yourself. So I am taking this one for first one, and I am taking second one for poultry. Say I am having two poultry, so market value is 500. Okay. So next question was enter name of crop you produced. So I have produced as rice. If we click on next, it will ask me whether I want to add another one or not. If I click on add, I will be able to provide another one. Say maize. I have produced maize. So I don't want to add more. So do not add. Just click on. So another assignment for you. Total value of asset is 700. It should be before adding the earlier question. So just place this one before earlier question into your design sheet, which I will provide you, so that it is aligned with the relevant question. So this is the capture household location. If you click on start geo location, and it will ask you to access the device location, just click on allow. You can see this is the location. And if you want to capture image, just take a picture. Let us see. So this is the, it will open your camera to capture the images. After capturing the image, it will ask you whether it is okay or not. As I am using my, yes. So as I am using my laptop to capture this information, so it is not providing me that one.
Out.
Can you see
Screen
my
is out.
screen?
No. Screen is out.
The screen is out. Okay. Let me share. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
So whenever you will click on take picture, it will provide you the facility to capture the images using your camera on which is available on your devices. So after capturing images, if I click on next, it will ask this is the end of the survey. So you can see there is a mark form as finalized. That means if you check mark this one and save form and exit, whenever we'll save form and click on exit, it will finalize this form. Better what we basically what we practice, we uncheck this one and save form and exit, and it will come into the edit save form. If we do something like this, as I mentioned earlier, that it will be possible for us to review the question here. Okay. So after collecting that information, already I have marked as a send finalized form. You can see this is the form I have collected. So this is the way how we can collect a form. So this is the way how we can collect this information. And let me move to the PowerPoint presentation. What next? So we did the upload. So we have collected this information, and already we have finalized that form. Basically, we didn't send that information to the server. What I will do, I will send this information to the server. Let me go to the Kobo Collect. Sorry. So I am facing trouble because I am using my laptop to provide you this one. Let me.
You may go to web version.
Okay.
Time is.
No, it is.
Yeah.
I want to send the information because I didn't send. Okay, send finalized form. So after finalizing the form, we'll have to send this one. So just click on that, send selected. That means it will go to the server. So I have sent that information to the server. Okay. Now let us see that data. So if we go to the web version, so as I mentioned earlier that we'll have to sign up the account, and you will have the username and password to log in. If I log in into the server, and if you click on this form, you can have the summary, you can have form, you can have data and settings. You can see 4 tab is there, and we have only one data collected, and that is happened in 22nd October. Just right now I have collected this information. If you click on data, this is the data we are having, whatever information we have collected. And using this one, you can display level as expert value. Okay, so this is the way, and this is a download option. So we have seen how we can collect data, how we can send this data to the server. Now it is required to download this data into different version. If you click on download section, you will have the different version: XLS, CSV, GeoJSON, SPSS level, CSV, GPS coordinate, KML, XML. So you can use any one of this type, and there is advanced option is there. Just for your reference, I am showing this one. Just move around with this one, and after having, you can export this one. It will export. It will export data for your onward action and analysis. This is the way how you can download the data and how you can export the data. So this is the update data using the devices. And now I'm going to discuss about the form design in Coco Toolbox Web, as I have logged in already. Let me show you something. So you can see there is a new button. You can click on that, and I have already showed this one, build from Express, use template, upload XLS form. And before moving to that, let me show you the form, whatever form we have uploaded, how it looks like. If you click on edit, so just for your information, you can see there is an unnamed translation in your form definition. Please give me a name of translation in your form, manage translation option from the landing page. If you have such type of error, what you need to do, just click on this free icon, manage translation. Here manage translation is there. You can see we are having two languages. English is default, another languages there is no language defined. Just remove this one, and now if I want to edit this one, it will provide you the editable version of this one. So how we are having this one, we have designed this XLS version into the using the Excel form and upload it into the server, and this is the web version. So now I want to discuss how we can design this form into the Excel using the web version. I will not design all the question here. I will just give an overview. So you can see there is an option for build form from scratch. That means I am going to design form from scratch. So let me give one name for this one, test form. As I mentioned earlier that it is mandatory, you can select other or relevant one. Let us select this country. This is create project. So this is the plus icon. You will for adding any question, you will have to click on plus icon. Let me click on and add question. Say our first question was something like this: enumerator name. So this was our first question. This is open text. Let me add another question that was also a open text. Organization name. Let me click add another question. Say for example, another say member name. So you will have this several option here. Just go move around with this option and try to add each and every type of question here. It will provide you the facility to add different types of question. Now I want to show another facility here. What we are having, we can add cascading like choice sheet for geographical area. Say for example, this is our cascading sheet, choice sheet. If we select all this information and copy this one, you can see insert cascading select. If we click on that cascading select, just paste that one and click on done. It will add all the district, UPTA, GPH and village. Okay, in this way you can add the different cascading option here, and it will automatically link with the next question based on previous selection. And another another thing I want to show you, that for each and every question you have settings, you have delete, you have duplicate question, you have add question to library. So under what we are having under the settings part, we are having question options, data column name you can keep as it is, otherwise you can provide this name in your own way, but keep in mind this name should be unique. Whether this is mandatory response or no. And we are having multi-line or numbers or others. So you can define the skip rule. You can add your own condition or manually enter your escape rule as we have defined into our Excel version. Also, we are having validation criteria. That means we are having already we have seen that we have used constraint and constraint message. You can use that one. So I would like to request all of you to move around with this one, and I will share the tools, word format tools, as well as our designed Excel tools among you, so that you can go through that tools, and during your design of another tools, it can be a helpful resource for you. So we are maybe we are ending of our presentation. Let us see. Already we have discussed this one, and we have discussed the export, how to export data, and after exporting we can analyze the data and we can visualize this information into the different platform. And in our presentation, I have tried to provide two different resource link, and I guess it will be very much helpful for you guys, and it will guide you in terms of different types of data types, in terms of designing the Excel form. Okay, I think I have done from my end, and now our session is basically open for all. So if you have any question, you can raise question, and basically what I'm expecting the response from our participants for that specific question. I know there are so many experts than me, so this will be interactive discussion now. So if you have any question, you can raise. Based on that, our participant, including myself, will try to respond that one. Over to you, Alamgar bhai.
You can share screen from the screen.
I was muted. I was muted. So I'm sorry for that. So already you have seen the web design part. I have discussed so many things there. I have shown that how you can add cascading question based on our choice sheet, and how you can define the skip rule, how you can define the validation rules, etc., etc. I just requested to you to move around with that web part and try to design using web application. And if you have any difficulty, just drop a message in our group so that we can respond to your message and we can solve that issue accordingly. And in our in my last slide, I have shown that there are 3 resource link is there. I think this link will be helpful for us to design the tools, and so many things is there into that link. And now question and answer, basically what I am expecting, I'm expecting question and expecting response from our participants, because I know there are so many experts within us than me. So we'll try to respond each and every question from the along with the participant, including myself. So now over to you, Alamgar.
Thank you, Alamgir bhai. That was fantastic. Actually, this is a technical session, and most of the participants are not technical in our group. So now it's open for all. Please question on to on, raise your hand. Only we get 15 minutes left. So we will finish within 15 minutes. So please question to Alamgir bhai. Go ahead. And there are lots of senior person here. You can add anything with Alamgir bhai. And before discussion, just I want to declare our next webinar. Would you see? Would you see? Can you see my screen?
No. So,
we can see.
along with I just one response I can give. Is there? I have say I can see Kamal Bhai is there. How can I develop Bangla question for Kobo? So for that one, I want to respond that we have used level column, right? So you can see whenever I will share my design tools, you will see that level colon English. You can add another column over there, level colon Bangla, and under that column you can define the question and all the responses in Bengali, and keep in mind that Bengali should be unicoded.
Yeah, maybe Iqbal Ahmed by here. Next webinar with him. So Iqbal Bhai, would you say something about session or anything? And are you there, Iqbal Bhai? Iqbal Ahmed Bhai. Johnny Bhai, are you there?
Can we see?
And anyone question?
So can you review the chat box?
Yeah.
I can see there might have a question into the chat box. Already I have responded one. So I can see Ashish Das. Ashish just asked us that is the service E2 platform is open source like ODK Kobo Collect. Ashish, the service E2 you can use the service E2 with the limited facility for like 300 or 350 data you can collect with the service E2. But if you go beyond that, it requires license, I guess, based on my knowledge. But maybe there might have another participant who is using service CTO. They can respond for this question.
Oh, next one is Rangers had Matthias. Matthias, would you say something or question? Your hand
Yes,
is
thank
raised.
you.
Yeah.
I would like to know what is the difference between cascade select and skip loss. Why we have these two options, cascade selection and skip loss? What is the difference?
Along, can you repeat that question for me?
Please please again. I could not hear.
So,
Okay.
did
Okay.
anyone hear?
Yes, go ahead. So I can see two questions. Just along just take the. I think he can write his question into the chat box so that we can respond. By this time, let me try to respond another question. I have there is two question. What is difference between ODK and Kobo Collect? What is the difference between ODK and Kobo Collect? So basically, what are the tools we are using? There is no significant difference between those tools. So if we consider the survey at CTO, if we consider the ONA IOA, if we consider the Kobo toolbox or ODK, there is no significant difference. But if we consider ODK and Kobo Collect, almost similar. And yeah, under this Kobo Collect, basically I have used Kobo Collect and service. Sorry, ONA. I have that experience. If you ask about this one, I can respond that there is no significant difference. Maybe there might have few additional feature in ODK which is not available in the Kobo toolbox. Cascade select and skip. Yes.
Another question on the chat box. Can we collect quality data with this system? Yeah.
Can you repeat that one?
Can we collect quality data with this system? Is it possible quality data collect?
So yes, Yeah, we can collect that one, but it is depends on what type of quality data we are going to collect. So basically, most of the cases we are collecting the quantitative data, but it is also possible the qualitative data to collect using the tools, because there is also a predefined tools and techniques to collect the qualitative data, so far I know. But for analysis, there is the different tools is there for qualitative data. So we'll have to use that one. So
Yeah,
I can see
another on Matthias already question, but do you understand, Matthias? Have you got your answer, Matthias?
Hello, can you hear me well now?
yes.
Yes, my question is, what is the difference between cascade select option and the skip lodge when you are designing on web form? We have the option of cascade select, I saw here, and we have the skip lodge option. I want to know what is the difference because between these.
So in the web version, we have used cascade select, right? You are talking about that one, cascade select?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But we also have skip lodge. I think this is similar.
Skip logic, right?
What is the difference?
So if you consider the cascade select, basically it is something like that. So during our XLS form design, we have used district, TA, GBS, village, and it is interlinked with each one. So for example, you are selecting district Jomba, and based on that, your system is providing you the list of the TA or GBH. So this is the cascade select. That means district is linked, TA is linked with the that district. So this is the linking section. But skip logic is that it will skip all that. Say for example, you are asking about the whether do you have any pregnant women at your household? Respondent responds that no, we don't have any. So based on that response, we are skipping the next question. It is not like that it is linked with the previous question. Basically, skip logic is something like that. Based on the response, we are skipping the question. And cascade select is each response is linked with each other. You got my point?
Yeah, another one.
Yes,
another
but
one.
when I design my forms,
Yes.
When I design my form, usually I use skip logic to do that. Imagine when I select one district, I will skip the one province, I will skip to the district for those provinces automatically instead of the other district. But I think this depends on
I think you can use skip logic as well. So if you design the form in such a way that if you select this district, skip this question, or skip this upazila, you can design in that way. But cascade select is best way to have this facility for this linking question. And skip rule basically we are using is during the design of the tools or under the service section.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Another one.
the best practice. Okay, thank you.
Alamgir bhai.
Another one. Yeah.
Hello.
Anyone?
Hello, Alamgir bhai. Hello,
Yeah.
very nice
Yes.
session.
Yeah.
Ashish Chatterjee, thank you for your nice presentation on the visualization and best practice of the data system. That's very nice. Just one thing, in the next webinar, it's not a suggestion but request. Just a relational data system in ODK or in a COBOL toolbox or Cascade in any system, so that the quantitative and some qualitative value identified, or just and some the practical session could you please conduct? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Another
thank
one.
you. This will be well noted. Thank you.
Another one is Rafsan Jamal, according to handwriting. Rafsan Jamal,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you, Alamgir bhai. I have a question, but may you permit me? I want to ask this question in Bengali.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay. ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ ভাই। ভাই ওই যে আমি একটা জিনিস জানতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে ওয়েবে ওই আপনি যে জিনিসটা দেখালেন আর কি, যে ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার একজন আসলো, তারপরে আবার যে দ্বিতীয় জন আসে যে ফ্যামিলি মেম্বারটা, ওইটা হচ্ছে ওই কোবো ওয়েবে কিভাবে করে যে ভাই, এটা কি
আচ্ছা,
মানে ওয়েবে করা
আমি
সম্ভব?
আপনাদের for all audience, I am going to share my username and password. Just log into the web version and click on that form into the view section. You will have all the feature whatever we have uploaded, and go around, move around with the tools, and you will have the solution. আমার মনে হয় আপনি এটা পেয়ে গেছেন। আমি ইউজার আইডি পাসওয়ার্ডটা দিয়ে দিব, আপনি লগ ইন করে ফর্মের ডিটেলসটা দেখে নিয়েন ওখান থেকে, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ, থ্যাংক ইউ ভাই,
Okay.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, anyone? I cannot showing any hands. Maybe
Alamgir bhai, there is a question in the chat box. Can we go one by one?
yes. Go to the box. We can another Farooq, there is question. We can have some infographics based on the question in the visualization tool. This can give us about the data collection progress. Someone understand.
Alamgir, this is not a question. This is just a comment.
It is not question. Yes.
No, we can take note on this. We can
This
take
is not
note on this.
question.
Based on this, basically in our next webinar, we can design our session in this way. No problem.
Yeah, that is not
Yep.
question.
Thank you.
I'm not getting question. Just comment.
So can you go up?
We may finish because there is no question, I think.
So let me see.
How to add multiple question? Another question, Alamgir bhai. How to
Yes.
add multiple? How to add multiple and condition? Question. How to add multiple and condition?
Multiple and condition. Okay. In that case, what I will do, I will adjust. I will add one question into my form, and I will share that one. That will be helpful for them, because this will be helpful for each and every participant whenever I will share these books.
Another
Next
question is what will be the extension of this Excel file for saving before to upload?
So this is a normal Excel X maybe 2016 format. It will also support, no problem. I have designed using that format.
I'm not getting another question. So no question yet. I'm not getting another question. So if you have many question or more question, you will give it at our WhatsApp group. We will reply. Another question, Alamgir bhai.
Yes.
Another question from Pradeep Das. How can image name by respondent ID? How can image name by respondent ID?
I am not getting this question. How can
image name by respondent ID?
That means he is asking, maybe we are capturing image, how we can name for this image with the respondent ID. So frankly speaking, I will have to explore that one, whether it is possible to name this image with any ID or not, because you can relate this one if you capture ID number at the beginning. Say for example, we have designed these tools in such a way so that in the first question we are taking the ID for the participant, and you can relate this image with that participant ID. But for that specific image, I will have to explore that one. But within our participant, if there is any solution, I think they can respond.
Alamgir bhai, I'm
Yes.
speaking. I'm Pradeep Das.
Yes.
My question was just sometime we need to collect respondent signature and with a single form, and all of the signature is stored in a media folder. Then how can find out the specific ID, though the file name, I mean, signature name is a random number or random file name. It is quite tough to identify
I
that.
got your point, Pradeep. Maybe you are talking something like this. Say, for example, we are capturing that signature images, and
Yes, yes.
basically what system do, it just preserve the signature and images into a one folder with the system generated ID. But
Yes,
it is very difficult for us to identify which signature is for which participant, right?
yes, yes. That's why.
Okay.
Is there any?
Okay, I got your point. So I will try to explore on this, and if I get any solution from my end, I will share within this group. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
Thank you,
taking this
thank
one.
you. Okay, thank
Yes, Alamgirbai, another question from Dr. Akinolu. Akinolu, please say something. Dr. Akinolu.
Yes.
Hello.
Raise your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening. It's afternoon here. I wanted to ask, first of all, thank you for organizing this and putting it together. But what I wanted to ask is, what's the security of, I've not used Kobo Collect, so it's like a dummy asking questions. I hope you pardon me for that. Can Kobo Collect be used to collect data offline? And then what's the level of security? Is it encrypted? And then what's the process whereby when you now get online, does it sync this data collected to the cloud? Those are my 3 questions. I hope I'm making sense. Then lastly, I wanted to ask, it's asking for more, but if you can help us to design or kind of open a playground. When I mean playground, a kind of place where we can familiarize ourselves with the tool. We will really appreciate that. Since, like me, I've not used it before, but I really like the platform. Thank you.
Okay.
Then
So,
last question, please.
Yes.
Which of the times I'm on the Kobo Collect box now? It says I should either sign up and create an account, be either using unlimited use for humanitarian organizations or for researchers, aid workers, and everyone else. What do you prescribe that I should use?
So I think
Let me share a
I
picture of what I asked.
maybe for humanitarian organization books free.
Network is problem, Alamgirbai.
So your first question was about the security, right?
Yes.
I'm having trouble with my. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
That was trouble.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my. So your first question is about the security. Basically, what we do for any tools, we just design the tools and we publish into the server, and we give permission to the user. We just share that tools to the specific user, not for all. Using the user ID and password. Also, we are having permission mechanism in each and every platform. So in that case, we will have to provide the permission through our that is a different process. I will try to write something on that, how you can manage the permission levels security for each and every tools, and I will share within the group so that it can be helpful for us. And this is about the security so far I know, and it is obviously preserved in the cloud server, and they are having their own mechanism to secure the data. I don't know about their on-premises security. I know about the Azure security because I am using Azure platform for another case. So, but for ONA ODK platform, they are also collecting information, and I don't know whether they are using this information to other purposes or not. But I will explore your response and I will share something for you so that it can be helpful for you as well as our group members. This is the first one. And for second one, so far I know there are so many tools is free for humanitarian organization, including Kobo Tools, I guess. So you can use Kobo Toolbox if it is a humanitarian organization. So Kobo Tools is fine for us to collect the data and other information.
Then the last question about can you collect data offline when if you're in a location that there's no
Yes.
reception, that there's no network?
Yes.
Can this
So basically,
collect data in the app?
yes. Basically, we I have just shown that I have updated one information using my mobile devices. So whenever you will collect the data, it is not necessary to have the internet connectivity. So you can off that internet connectivity and you can collect the information. So practice is something like that. Our front-end staff collect all the data or our information in a day, and after collecting the data or information, they just turn on their internet connectivity and sync that information to the server. This is the mechanism. Yeah. And for your response, yes, you can collect data into the offline module for household location, collecting on the household location as well. There is no possible issue.
Okay, Alamgir, bye.
Thank you.
Time is over.
Yes.
We should stop now, right?
I think so. So if a participant has more question, I think they can write their question into our group so that we can respond into that group, or they can mail to me as well. No problem. My
Yes,
I can share my email address.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. We can finish today's session. Have a nice day today. Nice today. So goodbye and see you again next 18 November.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.